like I do right now. Don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
Okay guys, so I have a pretty crazy video, story, whatever to share, storytime video, sure. So basically, earlier today I had class from 11:30 to 2:20, and I also was supposed to work from 5 to 9 at Hollister. And after my first class, which was English, I felt normal. So then I get to nutrition class and it's around 1:30, and I start just not feeling right. I'm trying to sit through the teacher giving us important information. I'm like, just get through it, the feeling will pass. The feeling was not passing, it was getting worse. I had felt nauseous, my stomach hurt. I felt like I was 100 degrees. I just felt like I was on fire. So it came to a point where the people I was sitting next to, because we were in groups, and she was talking first, so I stopped writing because I couldn't take it anymore. I went like this, and I just like the girl next to me could just tell like I was not having it. Like I was not talking to her. She knew. So she was like, "Are you okay?" And then like I was like, "No, I'm not okay." And then I think I said it twice because I was so sick. I'm like, "I'm not okay." And we were sitting in the front row, and so the teacher had heard, and she was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh my god, you look so pale." And like apparently my lips were like white, my face was like looking paler, and so she was very concerned. And so she's like, "Do you want me to get the nurse? Do you want to sit down on the floor?" And I was just like, 'cause I didn't want everyone looking at me, so I was just like, "Is it okay if I sit down outside of the classroom?" And she's like, "Sure." And she's like, "But don't get up yet. I'm afraid that about to faint. I don't want you to fall." So her and another guy in the class took both of my arms and helped to make sure I wasn't gonna fall. So I walk out of the classroom, I sit down on the floor, I literally feel like I'm gonna pass out, like it's getting bad. And the teacher asks this other guy to stay with me, and then she goes and gets some of our security officers, and apparently I think the nurse wasn't in or something, so she ended up calling EMTs. And so they came and looked at me, and they were like, "You don't look so well, we think that you should go to the hospital." They were asking me a lot of questions, and I was just like, "Well, if you think that, I mean, okay." I didn't know where else I was gonna go. I couldn't drive home. So the guy stays with me. He was so nice. Like, I felt so bad because she was like explaining our midterm packet and like all this important class stuff, but I really appreciate having someone with me. But okay, so they put me on a stretcher, and I'm like, what the? I don't think I've ever been on a stretcher before. Like, this was like so weird. So I was like, oh my god. And this is like right outside the classroom, so like, I don't know, people probably saw it, and I'm like, oh my god, my whole class sees me going on a stretcher, like, So they take me into the ambulance, and you know what I just realized? I have never been in an ambulance before, so I was like, wow, I never knew that. But yeah, so it was really different and interesting. So the ambulance was actually like a really nice one, like nicer than what you see in like TV shows or movies. It was like just very nice looking, very clean, looked very updated. One guy was driving, and then the other girl stayed with me. She took my blood sugar levels, asked me some questions, took my blood pressure, I think heart rate, all that stuff. I think most of it was okay. I know my blood sugar was okay. And so then she called the hospital, and we drove over to the nearest hospital, which was like probably 10 minutes away. And so I go in there, nurses are coming in, and there are so many nurses in that hospital that came in my room. I literally like re-explained my story like at least 5 or 6 times, but I'm like re-explaining it, and you know, I was like embarrassed enough about it happening in school, and then I'm like, oh my god, I have to re-explain this. And I asked for water, and like no one would give me water, and I'm just like, maybe I'm like they put an IV in me, I'm just thinking maybe I'm dehydrated, like can I have some water please? And they're like, no, not until the doctor sees you. And then the doctor saw me, and I was like, can I have some water please? And he's like, we're gonna have to wait on that. And literally by the time I left, no water. It was so hard to find a vein in my arm to put the IV in that I was poked like 5 times, and I'm like, oh my god, and they were like digging my veins, and I'm like, ow. But finally they found a vein, and I'm just like, oh no, oh no. I felt so bad because the doctor that I had, he had like a stutter, and it was like, you know, one of those speech issues, and I felt so bad about it. I did not really understand what he was saying because of it, even though he was trying really hard to be clear. I was in there for a long time, like probably 3 hours or so. So I put E on. I'm surprised they had E there, but I was like, okay, cool. And I was watching Botch, so it's like the show with people that have had plastic surgeries, and I'm pretty sure Farrah Abraham was on, so I was like, this is funny. But it was a very crazy experience. So it turned out it was some kind of weird episode. It could have been brought on by a variety of factors. I mean, it could have partially been this one medicine I was taking that makes me feel sick, and it could be other things mixed with that. So yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, just said if it happens again to see my regular doctor. So hopefully it doesn't happen again because I will be mortified. I had to end up calling work and saying, sorry, I can't come in. I'm kind of in the hospital. So yeah. And after that, so he prescribed me just this medicine called Zofran to like help with the nauseousness, and I posted some of it on Snapchat. So yeah, when crazy things happen, I do Snapchat even when I am at the hospital. So if you guys want to follow my Snapchat, that'd be awesome. It is Amy, ANTCZAK. I ended up Snapchatting it, and some of my friends like were like Snapchatting me back like frantically like, what is going on? Are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. Nothing serious, obviously, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could give it a thumbs up and comment, that'd be awesome, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!